Yes, I have a loud keyboard. Going live in 1 minute. Live in 1 minute. Ten, 9, 8, 7. That's enough countdown. Let's do this. Hello everyone, welcome to episode 8 of Chess Whiz TV. Today is Saturday, May 3rd, 2014. Today we are playing in the monthly bullet tournament on Lichess. For all of you tuning in who haven't seen Lichess before, let's switch over to that now. So you just need to browse to lichess.org and you guys can jump in and compete in this tournament with me, or go take a look at the site afterwards. Tournament is starting. No time to talk about that. So this is the weekly, not monthly, sorry, the weekly bullet tournament where you play games as fast as you can, as quick as you can for 40 minutes. So off we go, and I'm already down 10 seconds. So let's start some chess. Opening up with an exchange French here. Let's get my pieces out. Goodbye, bishop. Get out of here. Okay, I'll trade bishops. My pieces are dragging a little bit on the screen. You can see it's not quite following my mouse. So I'm going to close a couple of windows on my computer here, see if I can speed that up. Every second counts, so I can't have my pieces lagging behind my speedy mouse here. Well, not much time for an introduction. This tournament sure started quickly. Throw my knight in there and let's see what happens. More trades. And I'm ahead on time by playing that opening so quickly. I'm pretty proud of myself, having started 10 seconds down and now ahead. A trade and he's got a passed pawn. Is that pawn safe? I'm going to say no. I'll go capture it with my king. Get out of here, knight. Okay, now it's safe. It's protected by a pawn, but it's still a good target. Lost a pawn there. Better use my queenside pawns here to break through and make a passed pawn. 20 seconds left in the game. Get out of here, bishop. Oh, this is going to be a powerful pawn when I push all my pawns like, oops, lost my bishop. Oh no, this is going to cost me the game unless I can run him out of time. Where's a good place for my knight? Check and take this guy. Yeah, he might be running low on time here. Let's pick up this b pawn. Oh no, a queen over there? Go stop that. All right. Okay, there's no queen for him over here. Now my knight has to do all the work. Ha! And he has 3 seconds left. And he doesn't catch this pawn, but I'm not going to push it. That's my pawn. That's my key to victory, that pawn right there. If he takes it, Ha! He's out of time. If he captures that pawn, it's a draw, because the computer says if you have no pawns left, no mating material, only a knight, then it's a draw even if you run out of time. Keeping that pawn let me win, so that's a win for game one. Closing a couple of tabs over here in my off screen. Oh, running out of time again. We're playing against my nemesis, Takeda. He has, let me show you guys, beaten me 12 times in a row, and I have never defeated him. So this will be a first. Let's take him down. Game 2 of the weekly bullet here. So the way this tournament works is you just play opponent after opponent after opponent. Every win gives you 2 points, every draw 1, and a loss gives you 0. You do not lose points for a loss, and that means you just play as quickly as possible. Not only that, but if you win a couple in a row, you start getting a winning streak, which is pretty nice. And you get double points after you win 2 in a row, so a win becomes 4 instead of 2. So not losing and playing quickly are the 2 keys to victory here. Trade? Okay, I'll trade. Doing just fine right here. In this position, my pieces are being forced back a little bit, but nothing too serious. Uh-oh, this is serious. Lost a piece. Oh, now that I'm down a piece, it's pretty much... He's got an extra bishop on me. It's pretty hopeless. I guess I can still fight on. Or I could resign, go find another opponent as quickly as possible. I'll play a few more moves. Is this quicker now? Is this quicker? It's a little bit quicker. Got to do some more closing of programs here. Check. Take that. Gotta love check, because then your opponent has to move his mouse all the way over to his king, pick up his king. Takes a lot of time. And that's time you can't afford to lose in a game like this. Well, I've got a pass pawn here on d4. Let's see if I can push it home. He's starting to run out of time, too. Should be good. A trade. I will not trade with you. I need my rook to cause you trouble. 6 seconds to 4. Anything could happen. Uh-oh. Anything like me moving way too slowly. That's more like it, and I win on time. My first victory against Takeda. Thank you, everybody. I am so happy to have that win, because that puts me now tied for first place in the tournaments. We saw Barron's there at the top flash on the screen, so he and I are tied for first place. We've each won 2 games, and now I'm playing against him directly, 1778. If I can win this game, I will take clear first place. One falsehood I've already told you guys is I said it was a 40-minute tournament, and that was wrong, because we can see here there's still 44 minutes left. And this guy's doing the same kind of thing I do, which is something else instead of chess, and that's going to cost him. 30 seconds left. I do not mind him using this time, because I'm all about winning. And look at that, he resigned. Let's get back to the game. Back to tournament. And now, with 3 wins in a row, I'm in first place with 8 points. You can see the double points there. The yellow 4 means I got double points for that win. And now we're playing against Bereliu Pazp, which is French, and it means I can't speak French, which is a useful thing. I mean, that's definitely what I would say if I could speak French. There goes my bishop. Hopefully he doesn't want it. Oh, he does. I'll just keep attacking his queen till he runs out of time. Not off to a good start here. Should have paid a little bit more attention instead of trying to teach you guys the French I do not speak. But let's see what we can make out of this. Maybe I can cause him some trouble. Or maybe not. This is pretty scary for my queen. But I think I just picked the piece back up there. Let's get out of here. I'm out of here. And look at the fun my queen can have down here in this part of the board. Is a checkmate possible? Not quite, but he should be worried about one. Oh, my queen. Maybe he won't notice that. Oh, he did. That was risky. Not the kind of risk you really want to take in a game of chess. Guess I shouldn't throw my pieces away. It's one thing we've learned. With 25 seconds left, maybe I can just run him out of time. That's my secret weapon anytime somebody is beating me. To take a look over that clock, see how many seconds they have, run them out of that many seconds. That's the way to win. Oh, this is not looking good. He's going to use a smothered mate on me, which I have to throw this away. to prolong the death, but it's only temporarily prolonged. Ouch, checkmate, and I'm down. So I've taken a loss, and this guy now, he started with a loss, but his streak is going now, so he's got 8 points. Same as me, but he's got a streak going. So he's definitely looking to be in a better position here in this tournament than I am. My pieces are still a little bit choppy. You can see, let me see if I can demonstrate that. The queen's not quite sticking to my mouse, and for that I am not pleased, so I'm going to see what else I can do about that. What other programs are running here? Oh, I've got some virtual machine software running. That's something I'm definitely going to close down after the game, because who knows what happens if you fire up a virtual machine while you're playing chess. Crazy things happen. Probably something related to Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, where something goes out of existence and then mice come up and they're talking. That's the kind of thing that could happen if you do such a dangerous thing. Well, my knight is nicely placed. He's about to kick it away, or move his own knight up. Well, then I'll kick his away. It's the fight of the kicking knights. Who's going to get kicked first? I'll kick you. And then I'll prepare my rook. Nah, get my queen out of the way, because he's going to kick me next, and I want to come back here. A trade of rooks and a challenge on that open line. Trade again. Now, coming down to a pretty drawish endgame. I mean, we each have 2 of everything. And by that, I mean 1 of everything. Except for pawns. 7 pawns per side. Very, very balanced. So what's going to happen here? Let's trap that knight in. It cannot move. Can I catch it? Oh, if I'd moved 1 more space, I could have trapped it. Maybe he'll let me do that this turn. Oh, not quite. The opportunity has passed. It's a little bit like when you're dating the wrong person, and then the right person just married someone else. That's what not trapping the knight was like. Painful. Not that I've ever experienced that, but you know how it goes. I get around, I know. Have friends who have made such a grave mistake. My knight's just going to move until he runs out of time. Move, 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 move. Oh, to the corner. Ha! Knights to the corner are a bad idea unless they're running out of time, because they can't go very far from the corner. So there's my win, picking up a little short streak there. But our friend, whatever his name is still in the lead. Capture? No, defend this pawn. Need to move quickly here so I can win quickly. So I can win quickly again. That's the sequence. Win, followed by win, followed by win. It's a triple combo. Nice fast chess going on here. That pawn over there on c4 is a little bit weak. Can I jump out here on the side and take it? That's exactly what I'm going to do. Also, my bishop can slice down here to b2. Oh, I don't want to trade. What are you talking about? Capture my bishop instead. This is my bad bishop trapped in by a pawn on the same color square. So I do not mind a trade. But he doesn't want to trade. I'll be kicking that knight out of the way. And then doubling up my rooks on this open line to challenge his rook. Oh, really? Same thing over and over? You think you're so clever. I'm doubled. Ready to rumble. He pulls back. Do I want to trade now? How about advance? Spice that up. Something's going to happen, and it's not going to be pretty. Can't move too slowly here, but there's a lot going on. I can take that. That looks safe. Yeah. Trade, 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 trade. Are you going to check me? Thank you. That's to open up an attack there. To recapture. I don't know what to do with my moves. This'll work. Get another trade going. And boot that knight out of the way. Such a beautiful place for the knight. I do not mind kicking it. Get out. Okay, so now we're running really low on time, namely him. But I don't mind that. How about rook down here, bishop in here, and off to the queen side to pick up some pawns. Oops. That's not going to work. Did not mean to move there, but with him out of time, it does not matter. Back to tournament, so 2 more wins in a row. I need 1 more, and I will pass this guy. Bere Lu One Pazb. But if he takes 1 more, he will repass me, which is a great Scrabble word if you've got 2 S's. However, if you have 2 S's, you've pretty much already won. So you can forget repasses. Actually, that would take 3 S's. And there'd have to be an S on the board, or a couple of blanks. Barons is not at his computer. Thank you, Barons, for the free wins. I like people who join these tournaments and then leave their computers. They go AFK to enter IRL. That's a good sequence. Let's take this moment to drink a little life-giving water. That's my favorite kind of water, by the way. I don't prefer the toxic variety. Did I say variety? I meant variety. And I've taken the lead thanks to Burns' absence. Now I'm ahead, but when he wins his next game, he will jump past me. Takeda down here with 2 serious losses, so he's quite a bit behind. But I would say he's favored to win this tournament because he's such a strong player. You will see that next time we play, how he demolishes me. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. First, we have to beat Fremd. Oh yeah, this is my opportunity to close my virtual machine. Missed my chance. Guess I have to play one more game of chess without that. Opening going the same as last game with this D and C pawns side by side attacking the center. I trust he will trade again. Same sequences here. Exactly. Coming out to pin that knight, even though it's blocked. And the same moves. He did not capture this pawn. Even better for me. Should be interesting. Should be interesting. He's probably going to knight d5, same as in the last game. You know what this makes me think? It makes me think this is the same opponent. It's pretty common when you play somebody and they do the exact same thing. Huh, maybe you're the exact same person. I don't like him capturing this bishop. Don't like it at all. Yuck. Now it's way back there, but at least he doesn't have the bishop. A knight for a bishop would be a nice trade for him. And beyond that, it would double my pawns when I recapture. So they'd be here on f2 and f3, and that would be really horrible for my pawns. So horrible that I'm willing to just move back into nothingness on the first rank to escape it. Oops, there goes my queen. Good thing he only has 10 seconds left. We're going to pre-move this, b4, so that when he captures, he has to rescue his queen again, and now again. And now knight over here is going to shock it. And he throws away his queen in order to save himself some time. That's what I'm talking about. That's some good chess right there. But I have 22 seconds, so that's not going to work for him. Oh, is your knight trapped? No, it's jumping everywhere. Yeah, maybe he is going to run me out of time. But I've got an extra bishop now. Well, that was a great sequence. You really only see that at grandmaster level chess. You're not going to see out of time. You're not going to see queen h2 check at any other level. Oh, I missed my chance to close my virtual machine. Chess is flying past. Here, let's close that up. He did not expect d4, otherwise he would have captured me. Took him by surprise in this fast game of chess. How about f4? Opening everything up. Capture. And back. I've got a lot of pawns in the center. Pretty strong center. Plus I have an open... Whoop. I should not castle. If I castle, he moves his knight e3 and forks my queen and rook. Not a good solution. I guess I'll trade off my good bishop. Because then I finally get castled. Got some extra space here on the queen side. This is going to be a pretty nice game of chess for all of 40 seconds per side. It's going to end in ruination, you can be sure. It's not going to be long before somebody throws everything they have out the window. But for now, it's a nice balanced position. I would love a3. Oh, I thought I was safe, but my pawn is pinned. So I'm not safe. Well, I was off by 1. Thought I was. I actually wasn't. 1 equals 0. Things are only getting worse, and this guy has more time than I do. That's going to make winning on time a little bit tricky, which is my secret weapon. One more trade here. He should trade with me, but he should not take 3 seconds to do it. Come on, man. You got to trade faster. Faster. f7 looks a little weak, right? There's a rook guarding it, but who cares? I'm just going to keep bringing pieces down until he starts to shiver in his boots. Knight c7, knight e6. He can't capture, or queen takes rook mate. He runs with the rook, and I come down on f7. This is a pretty good tactic. What are you going to do now, pal? Lose your rook and lose on time. That's the key. The clock is what I'm talking about. Oh, walk into checkmate. This is my chance. Okay. I'm going to switch back to my camera so you can't see my cool virtual machine software. And then I'm going to kill the virtual machine software. Die, die, die. And then we're going to switch back. Okay, back to tournament. Are we leading? We are. 24 points here. Second place, 18. Takeda's got his win streak going. Now he's at 14. But I think he's the deadly guy to take down because he's just going to be win, 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 win. Last week we casted the monthly bullet tournament, and Takeda won 20 games in a row. I am not kidding. Win, 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 win. The embarrassing part is that a strange number of those were against me, and when he wins, I lose. So Yeah, we've seen what he can do. So 14 points, 24, I do not feel comfortable with that lead. Fortunately, time is ticking by, only 32 minutes left, and that's the time that he has to take me down. If that runs out, I win because I'm ahead. That's kind of obvious, but we're glad it's that way. Let's take a look at the rest of the tournament here. Let's not. Let's play some chess. E4. Oh, thank you for the enormous center. Throw some more pawns out there. That's enough pawns. Let's bring some bishops out. Capture, capture, okay, and push. Oh, things are still choppy, but not by much. I think it's better. Trade, 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 trade. Oh, I dropped a pawn. No problem, it's a 1-minute game of chess. Who needs pawns? Who needs pawns? Just gonna spice it up here with knight f6, I'm sure. Oh, that direction. You so tricky. What if I capture here? Then nothing happens and I'm still... Oh, and now I get pawn forked. No! I'm going to have to outmaneuver him. I'm losing, but that's no cause for concern. Winning is just around the corner. That's a nothing move. And he moves out of that dangerous maybe check. Not able to make much out of this. Plus, he's got 40 seconds left. That's the scariest part of all. Get my rook pinned to my queen. Give up my queen. This has gone from bad to worse. As they say in Lord of the Rings land, I have gotten out of the frying pan. Resign! Let's get back to first place. I'd rather gaze at my first place. So I've taken a loss, but look at this, a loss for our second place leader. And just as I warned Takeda with 2 wins in a row. So he's at 18 and he's quickly looking to pass us. d4, e6, knight f3, knight f6, g3, bishop e2, bishop g2. I can't speak these moves as fast as they're flying out. It's slowing me down. Slowing me down. If I'm too loud for you guys, too bad. Because I'm this loud. And if I'm too quiet, you can let me know, because I could definitely turn up the volume, if you know what I mean. Oh, attacking my queen? That's very impolite. Let's get my rooks to this open line and see what that e-pawn would like to do. How about get captured? How about some space over here? This bishop is beyond bad. Doing nothing and doing it well. Maybe if it comes out to this side of the board, it'll be a little bit more like a bishop and a little bit less like a pawn. Okay, he traded his knight for it. That's what I'm talking about. You just gave up your knight for my pawny bishop. That's right. Okay, let's challenge him on this open line. This is not okay that he's got all his pieces on this line. Boom. And I don't. There we go. What's left? Well, there's a few pieces left. Let's trade those off the board. No, my pawn, I need that. Fork. How do you like that? Is he thinking about how to save that? Oh, he found a way. But maybe I'll make a new queen. No, I don't make a new queen. Not quite, anyway. Let's move very quickly. Very quickly now. Quickly, boys. That'll slow him down. Oh, look at that finesse. And he's out of time. That's what you gotta do. Make bad moves faster than your opponent's bad moves. So my loss has cut my win streak again. And look at that, Takeda in second place. Who called it? The problem with calling your own demise is you're still meeting your own demise. But at least you look cool doing it. So he's going to play me pretty soon. I've got to take him down again. If I can do that, cut his win streak out, then I've got a chance. If he takes me down, my win streak starts over, and it's going to be tough. Playing against Flows Off, he is a 2100, so that's nothing to scoff at. Close this up. Yeah, I guess I don't need quite so many pawns out this game. Things went a little bit badly last time I threw every pawn on the board out into the center. H3, now you can't move anything anywhere. He's preparing f4, which I'll challenge with f5. Let's open this line. Really? I shouldn't take that, but I'm in a hurry. There's no telling what you'll do when you're in a hurry. often take that is the result. Oh, that's not what I want. Let's put some pawns down there. Knight in here looks cool. And shall I just trade for that bishop? Sure. I should not. Sure. I will. Because the other bishop, the black square bishop there, I mean, that is a tall pawn if you've ever seen one. The only thing worse than that bishop is my bishop, which is hopeless. Hopelessly unable to challenge his knight. Take that free pawn. Where's my knight going to go? How about back here? If I get my knight to f1, then I can force a trade. Okay, let's trade. Get out. Get out. And I got a trade, only at the expense of getting checkmated. Small price to pay, right? Let's see what he can do to me. Let's see what he can do. Nothing yet. Oh, that's not checkmate. I'm almost out of time, too. How's that happened? Oh, that was clever of him. Clever indeed. Almost out. Got to play very, very quickly. With lots of checks. Oh, he's throwing in the checks. And he's out of time. If you move before he moves, it's his turn, and I make my move. That's called pre-moving. Very useful tactic. Oh, important message. Hi, Chess Wiz. Check out Ustream chat. I will go do that. How do I do that? New window. Get that new window out of the way. Ustream. Very nice that a game is not starting and making me run out of time while I do this. And now a game has started, making me run out of time while I do this. Takeda. I've got to win this game, guys. This is the big game. Takeda is coming for me. And that's exactly what's being said in chat that you can't see. So actually, you guys can see chat. You can just click on chat in your little browser viewer program thing and see the chat. But I've got to focus, guys. I've got to focus. This is my one chance to lose to Takeda before I play him again. And then I get to lose to him again. He's checkmating me on h7. Not anymore. Okay, this is pretty tough. How am I going to stop this checkmate? Only with intense bad moves. Only with extreme caution. Okay, I'll trade you. Oh, wow. This attack is so powerful. My only choice is to get checkmated. What about knight f4? That would delay the checkmate. Somewhat. Do I have any chance of surviving? f6? And trade up my rook for a knight? Or off to a good start? Oh, I can't move there. Oh, I am checkmated. I am checkmated. Oh, I'm not. He did not checkmate me yet. He could have with queen h1, but he decided to promote 2 queens instead. Who needs 2 queens? You gotta live in Utah for that. Come on. He's down to 1 queen. That's gonna hurt him. 3 seconds against 23? I think I will give up. Ah, because in his 21 seconds, there's absolutely no way to win, unless he has a heart attack. But as is well known, no chess player will have a heart attack in a good position. So the chat says, light chess sounds are too loud compared to your voice. If you can fix that. I can fix that. Thank you for saying that in chat. I'm going to fix that by turning... Sorry about the loud light chess sounds. What do we do? Oh, we turn them down. Okay, try that. Oh, there's something called a volume control. It was invented in 1942. Before that, the music was very loud. Thank you for the free piece. But with the advent of the volume control, thank you for the other free piece, and the preservation of ears, humankind has been much better for it. So let me know, guys, in the chat now if that volume is much better. The next big leap in volume control technology is when they invented a volume control that went to 11. That's right, it was not just 110 volume, volume 11. Oh, sorry, guy. I'm gonna checkmate you here. Checkmate! Oh, that was pretty cool. A pity, and Takeda has passed me with his win streak. Look at that, he's now ahead by 4. If I play him one more time and take him down, I've got a chance to pass him. But if nobody takes him down, then nobody is going to beat him. I guess that kind of goes without saying. If nobody beats the tournament leader, they stay the tournament leader. But I'll just mention that just because I like talking. Closed position. Capture. Okay, the chat says now that's better. Very good. I can still hear the moves. You guys can hear the moves. But there's no mind-blowingly loud tick, 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 tick. So apologies for that. The first half of the cast is going to be unwatchable. But hey, no one has to watch it. It's a free country. I will go for a run to the queen side. It's very good for your lungs. And it's kings in the center day. Oh, it's kings out, way out. This is kind of fun. What is he planning? We don't know. Hey guy, what are you planning? What's up? King b3. First time king b3 today. There's no doubt that that's a novelty is what they call that. It's a new move. Check. Was that awesome or what? Everything held together by well, not really held together at all. This is some danger if you're asking me what's going on. Serious danger for the pieces. Check. And king back to safety. Oh yeah. So how are we looking? Pretty even position? I've got 6 pawns. He's got 4. Trade my knight for his horrible bishop and I can't lose. Except for time. Except I could lose on time. So let's hope he wants to trade queens. He does! Thank you for the win. Oh, thank you, thank you. If he had not traded queens there, I would have been hard-pressed to finish a game of chess in 8 seconds. But as it is, with that queen trade, there's absolutely no problem. Oops! Oh, phew. He could have captured that en passant, which is French. That's one thing I mean. I know about French. It means in passing, which doesn't mean it just died. Although that's kind of what it sounds like. In passing, we mourn the pawn. Pin, take, more pawns. Oh, he's the one running out of time, and it's a good thing because it takes me a long time to make a new queen. And he's out of time. With that check, you see, he was planning to make some other move, but a check is just a great way to run your opponent out of time. 32 points to 42. Takeda. Sorry, he's not actually a Mexican food, although we should call him one. It's a great compliment. Is leaping further ahead. Further and further ahead. Should I take a free piece? I guess so. If you insist. You know, I'd rather not, but while that piece is sitting there, just as a favor to you, I guess I'll take it. Boom! Look at that center. Kind of castle and barrel down in the middle. His king is in very big danger. Or his bishop, I suppose. It was his king until he threw away his bishop in order to escape with his king. Maybe that was a good idea. I hypothesized that it was not. He's thinking about how to come down here on h7 with his queen, but there was no way to get there. So he allowed a queen trade instead, which further speeds my victory. This victory is speedy indeed. A trade of rooks will finish him off. Oh, not quite a trade, a checkmate to you. Okay, 36 to 42. So if I win 3 games, I'm ahead. The problem is I have to win them instantly, because in the time it takes to win 3 games, he wins 3 games, and then we're back to where we started. So we don't know who he's playing now, but I hope it's someone really, really, really tough. That's what I hope. How about a trade of bishops? I don't really like my bishop here, because it's lame-o on the same color row as my center row. Well, that's kind of weird. Got to protect this bishop. Come on, take me. Take me. Relieve the pressure. Really? Really? Are you going to do that to me? How bad is this going to get? Get out of here, knight. Take my bishop or go home. Thank you. More trades, even position. He should not take my knight. The bishop is better than the knight. But a lot of these super speedy players, they would rather trade than anything else. Oh, how about a free rook? Because, I'm glad he didn't take that, because it's a move the opponent has to respond to. You capture something, he has to recapture. That means he does not have time to say whatever he was planning on doing. And that can save you when there's no time left. Check and back. A trade. Very dangerous for my king, because it's behind these 3 pawns. There's such a thing as a back rank checkmate, which is where there's a checkmate on your back rank. There, now I've got some air, some breathing space. And all I've done is lost my queen in exchange. That's a small price to pay. Only joking. That was one of those jokes. Ha ha, funny. My queen is gone, and it is a big price to pay. But maybe I can run him out of time. He only has 8 seconds. That's not very many seconds, if you ask me. If I start throwing my pieces away in such manner, in order to check him many times, he won't like it. And he's out of time. Checks are my savior in these chess games. Okay, 40 to 46. That means he's just finishing off another victory. Take some center, like in this position. Liking it very much. Bring out some knights, bring out some bishops. There is no way to beat me in this center, except by moving. Let me tell you, without moving, it is impossible to beat me. Oh, he's moving. I guess I'm in danger. Queen here, protect this bishop. Thank you for capturing it. My b2 pawn was hanging, which in French is en prise. It means hanging. The French I know is because it's part of chess. Oh, he's coming to take my rook. If it's actually a chess term, then I know it. For example, if you wish to move your piece, but not really move it, just kind of adjust it to a better square, then you could say, I adjust. But that's not quite right. You should say it in French. You should say, je double. Which is useful to know, because in a tournament, if you touch your piece to adjust it, but you don't quite make that clear, it looks a lot like you're picking it up to move it somewhere, then maybe you're going to have to move that somewhere. And that could be pretty costly. I've actually seen that happen. In fact, my worst touching a piece story is when somebody, and this doesn't seem quite fair. Okay, I'm playing him in a tournament, right? It wasn't my opponent. It was on the board next to me, so at least I'm absolved from that. And they go to castle, and they pick up their rook first. Now, you're allowed to castle by picking up your king, moving it to the spot, and then picking up your rook and moving it to that spot. Or you can use 2 hands at once. I'll throw away my bishop in the hopes that he doesn't see it. No, maybe I should throw away my knight. You can use both hands. Oh, there goes my knight, and he saw that one too. I'll throw away my king. He'll never see that. Here goes king throwing away. I can't move my king. And I'm still not checkmated? Oh, I should lose 2 points for that. 1 for the checkmate and 1 for having 0.2 seconds left. So instead of using both hands, and instead of touching the king first, he touches the rook first. The opponent calls him on that. You can't do that. You got to touch the king first. What does the tournament director say? You have to move the rook. So I am not joking. The guy plays rook f1, and his king stays in the center because he touched the wrong piece. So don't forget je double. If he had just said je double every move, like, oh, je double, I'm about to move my king, then that would have saved him. Maybe not. Might get kind of annoying. But you got to be careful what you touch, for sure. In fact, here in the United States, the official blitz rules, this is for speedy chess, 5-minute games, is still touch move. You touch the piece, you have to move it. It's not like that everywhere. Certainly it's not like that on LHS here. You can say, I'm touching my bishop, touching my bishop. Oh, I'm moving my knight. So that's pretty nice. But not so for the official national rules. And that really comes into play at the National Speed Chess Championships, where you touch it, you take it. Because most people don't play that way. Most people play clock move, where when you press the clock button, that's when your move is solidified, locked in, can't move, can't change. Not when you touch the piece. So then you go to the Grand National Championships of the United States, and you're like, yes, I'm so good at chess, I'm going to win, and then you touch the wrong piece. It's quite a blow. So keep that in mind. Another rule they have, if you're ever at nationals, keep that in mind. It might happen to you, so don't forget it. Another rule they have that's super tricky is illegal move, you flat out lose. So if you move your king into check, they'll actually just capture your king, which is extremely rude. Counter a pin with a pin. Extremely rude to capture your king. Or if you move your knight diagonally, and I had this happen at Nationals one year, the guy moves his knight diagonally, 2 spaces diagonally. Well, that's not very legal, so all you have to do is pause the clock, raise your hand, call a tournament director over, or instead of that, you can just, well, it's Scholastic Nationals, that's why everybody raises their hands, which means kids. But instead of that, you can just tell the guy, that knight can't move diagonally, and he just gives up. You lose. So it's tough. Definitely strict rules there. It's not like online where anything goes. You can see Takeda leaping ahead there with no losses. Long, long, long winning streak, just like I predicted. That gave me my consolation prize for not having a long, long winning streak like his is. So I hope I've distracted you sufficiently with my stories of chess from my bad chess. The chess that you see before you has not always been victorious. And even when it is, it hasn't been the best quality. But hey, it's not bad either. For 1 minute chess, you take what you can get, right? So true. So true. Got to bring out this last bishop. How about there? Wow, it's way out. Way out. It's kind of like Elvis Presley. Is he far out? I don't know, he's kind of dead. Although not everyone agrees. I think he's dead. Knight a4, knight c5. Knight to c5, it's going to be a powerful knight indeed. Look at that knight. Take me, take me. Take me again. Take me again. Take me, I dare you, take me. Okay, now don't take me. Bah! I wish he hadn't seen all those captures. Maybe I shouldn't have told him about them. Some dangerous back rank checkmates possible. That's why we're both bumping a little pawn out to the side. Neutralize the threat. So what's going to happen here? He's got an extra pawn basically for free. And in exchange, I've got an extra 16 seconds. That's more than enough compensation. I would say that this time advantage is worth about a rook. Because in 5 seconds, there's only a few ways for him to checkmate me, and none of them are available. Look at that move. Are you going to take my queen, or are you going to run out of time? See you next time. Look at that win streak, 58 to 44. Takeda takes the championship again. At least I took my first ever win against him here. You see that 0 right there? You see that 0? That's a chess whiz 0. Take that. Take that. So we're 10 minutes left in the tournament. In 10 minutes, we can win about 5 games probably, which will be the goal. Win them all. It's like a Pokemon tournament. You gotta win them all. Which is like gotta catch them all. Not quite. So I won't reveal my Pokemon ignorance. Oops, I already revealed my Pokemon ignorance. Come on, castle. I would love to double your pawns. Okay, you don't even have to castle for that. Rooks to the open line. Don't forget that, boys and girls. That's where the rooks belong. I don't like how this pawn is hanging. But what if I throw a knight in the middle? And then when he trades, we have opposite colored bishops. His bishop on white square, my bishop on a black square. We can never trade bishops. Ever, 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 ever. Which means whoever's attacking wins, unless no one's attacking, which means nobody wins ever. Opposite colored bishops, as I've told you guys in previous episodes, are very, very drawish. They often end in a draw, even when one side is ahead a pawn, or even 2 pawns. In fact, even when you've got 2 extra pawns, you can't get those things through to queen him because his bishop is guarding squares that you can't challenge with your bishop. But what happens in a really fast game like this is, okay, nobody wins, right? So what happens? 50 moves, 40 moves go by, and someone runs out of time. So it becomes all about the clock with opposite colored bishops. So I just need to play really quickly, and I will win. Here we go. Move. Well, that's not all about the clock, but I'm interested in promoting this pawn here. Trade me? Trade me? I would love to trade rooks off. It becomes even more drawish. Keep those pawns at bay. He's moving quickly for a reason. And he's out of time. So that was already a draw. We each have 3 pawns, so it's even more drawish. But even if I had an extra one over there on the king side, if it was 3 against 3 over there, it would still be a draw because my extra pawn could not advance. So now I'm playing my friend. He's my best friend. And he's from 1929, which is a great year until you hit November of 1929, which made it a bad year. We went into a moderate depression, a lot like modern teenagers. You guys know what a depression is like. It was worse than that, if you can imagine. Worse than that. If you could time travel and visit the Great Depression, you would think we were in a booming economy right now. You would love Janet Yellen, who's the current Federal Reserve Chairman. You would just be singing her praises. And Ben Bernanke, the chairman before that, probably more of you have heard of him because he was the chairman for a lot longer. You would think he was the greatest guy ever. Just compare it to the Great Depression. Wow. Pretty closed up here. Every pawn is still on the board and there are no open lines. So I'm planning to push f5 and make one. f5 and make one. Oops, it's kind of over here. Guess I'd better get my king out of the way. This guy's messing around on the queen side. What a waste of time. I would rather attack him over here where the kings live. Always an interesting part of the board. Here come my rooks to this open line. Would you like a capture? Alright, I'll capture. Now where are the open lines? It's kind of complicated. My king just keeps moving and moving and moving. Oh, I didn't see that pawn, but he's out of time. Oh, your pawn is pinned, and it's facing my pinned pawn, and you're out of time while you gazed at the pawns. 66 points for Takeda. He is completely unstoppable, but I do get a consolation match against him. Here we go. Fighting the 2312 Takeda. I cannot tell you what that year was like, but I can tell you that the spaceships were awesome. Got my pieces in place. Oh, I gave him a free knight, but he didn't take it. That's my favorite kind of free knight. The one that doesn't get taken. Pretty even game here. Nothing's really happening. What do you expect? More trades? More trades? More trades? Maybe it'll be a draw. Not likely. Not against the great Takeda. Whoops! He does sound a lot like a Mexican food. A delicious fried rolled bean dish. That's what he sounds like. I love Takeda. Oh, and he's trapped my bishop? No, I'm running over here. And then I'm running over here. And then I'm running back. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, we're doing fine. We're really doing fine here. This position is great. Oh, he's trapped. His bishop was trapped. And now I just have to move very quickly in order to win. I'm going to have 2 wins against Takeda. This is... I should probably call him Takeda, which is his real name, because it's making me hungry. No, I'm in check and my phone's dinging and I have 6 seconds. Capture. Knight moves. Knight moves. Knight moves. Rook moves. This is more like it. Pre-move every move. He'll never see it coming. Oops. Oh, 1 second now, and I gave him a queen. He knows it's 1 second. And I'm out of time. No! I had a great position, like 3 pawns against 2. You can forget the fact that he had an extra queen that he just gave to me in order to cost me another 600 milliseconds. Not counting that, though, maybe when my phone buzzed while he was playing rook d1 check, that was the critical moment when I needed to let my phone be my phone and let my check be my check. So Ustreamer 625760, which is a great name, good job picking that name, says, by the way, the accent is on the ta part of, I'm not going to say his name, of that person, that Mexican food. He says, it's doubtlessly named after Shingen, which is probably Shingen, or Shingen. Well, I'm digging myself into a deeper hole with this one. Shouldn't be focused too much on that during a game of 1-minute chess, but we definitely need to get the name straight. So there's a famous Japanese person, I assume it's Japanese based on the name, whose last name is Shingen. So now I can look it up. Shingen. I can look it up and find out how really to say it, and then I can stop making a fool of myself in that manner on the stream. I certainly do not relinquish all manners, because making a fool of myself is my greatest pastime. But in that manner, I will now release fool of myself making. This is looking bad. His king is more advanced than mine. Let's make a pawn more advanced than his. Trade. I think maybe this will be a draw. No, with a4, he takes the victory. I refuse to give him that victory. Oh, thank you. Now I can lose more slowly. Yes, he gives me a draw. Straight back. The key to drawing this game is simply move your king straight back over and over and over. Straight back. Never move diagonally. It comes out badly. It's a stalemate, which is a draw, and he takes a lot of rating points for that because his rating was about 0. So the accent is on ta, so it's Takeda, probably. Let's talk that one up. Google Chrome, chat, new tab, drag that tab off screen, pronounce Takeda, Shingen. Now you all can know. He's a famous person, so famous that he has a Wikipedia article. He died in 1573, so you probably won't be getting a phone call from him. He was a daimyo in feudal Japan. Let's read about pronunciation. The pronunciation is in Japanese, so it's like, here's some kanji for you to pronounce it. That's not going to cut it for me. I need some better, some Englisher. Can you make it more Englishy, please? Takeda seems right. How to pronounce famous samurai names. Oh, he was a samurai. Instantly makes him cooler. No wonder he beats me. We're going to go with Takeda. We'll have to get back to you on that. You'll definitely hear me saying it more because he joins all of my tournaments and beats me in them. So the next tournament I stream, which will probably be a week from now because the Saturday tournaments are pretty good, he'll be beating us again. So he'll definitely be a favorite on the channel. Here he is winning. Now 10 seconds left. I didn't get a final game. That's kind of a ripoff. Oh, I do with 6 seconds. Well, this is kind of a victory lap, or in this case, a losery lap, because it's not going to count toward the tournament. As you can see, the time is out. That means it doesn't count toward the tournament at all. The win is worth nothing, although it's still a rated game, so I definitely want to beat this guy. A rated game. Someone in chat says, by the way, there's way too many Blitz players trying to play Bullet. For those of you who don't know, Blitz is a very, very slow kind of chess where you get multiple minutes per game. Multiple minutes. I mean, I'm sure you can imagine how much time that is. Per game, not per move. Because this is 1 minute per game. It's also known as 5-minute chess. So if you're used to 5-minute chess, and then you join a 1-minute chess game, you can imagine what happens. It's not pretty. The result is something like this. So I think that's an accurate assessment, that's the word I'm looking for, of the situation, because these guys are rated 18, 1900, which is a very nice rating, and then they're playing pretty well, and then they're running out of time over and over, which makes for great chess. I love running my opponents out of time, but it also explains what's going on. If they're Blitz players and they're playing good chess slowly, then they're in the wrong tournament. Let's bring some power down to f2. Oh, look at that. His rook is pinned. He's going to be in what we call Zugzwang, which is German, and it means help. I don't want to move, but I have to. Oh, he got out of Zugzwang. Let's see if I can do it to him anyway. I was going to lock him in so that he did not want to make any move, but he would have to move his king off and lose his rook. But I can't do it to him, and I've got 8 seconds, so I guess I'll just checkmate him, if I can. This is going to be a pretty good-looking checkmate right here. Check, check, checkmate. Excellent! So thank you for joining me for the LI Chess, also known as Lai Chess, weekly bullet tournament. We can see the winner is that. And I got 2nd place, which is not too shabby. Look at that win streak. Now you guys know I was not making this up. That is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Trying to count on stream is very challenging. Season 18, 19, 20, because these are wins also. That is 20 wins in a row. So he's pulled it off again. Good tournament. Very good chess whiz. High chess whiz. Good tournament. Very congrats to Congrats to Ta. The emphasis is on Ta, so I'm definitely going to do that. Put that emphasis right there where it belongs. So a little bit of administrivia, as a former professor likes to call it. First of all, thank you guys for those who are tuning in from Team Liquid. I'll give a shout out to Team Liquid here. Team Liquid, I'm throwing it on stream here, is a website where you can learn about StarCraft 2, Brood War, which is StarCraft 1, Dota 2, which is Defense of the Ancients, and League of Legends. It's like a popular place to talk about those games. If you like those games, you should check out that site, teamliquid.net. The reason I'm showing this off is that my stream is on here. You go live streams, you go non-featured, because there's no way that I'm featured. And if I weren't me, then I would show up. But since I'm logged in as me, yeah, I'm not on here. So all these guys are playing StarCraft. You can see Protosses, Terrans, and Zergs. So if you want to watch some guys play StarCraft, just come up here to the featured guys, because they're way better. And watch some of these guys. Liquid Mana's amazing. He's on Team Liquid Team. Enough about that. So you should check out that website if you haven't heard of it. And if you have, that's because you came from Team Liquid. So thank you for coming and visiting the Light Chess stream. It's not visiting, because that's my second home. Although I won't admit that. Next episode will be will be Crazy Openings episode with crazy openings. Now, a crazy opening is defined as an opening that has an animal name in its name. Because they took all the good openings and named them after themselves, like Ruy Lopez opening was named after Ruy Lopez. And not only did he name it after himself, he actually named himself. His real name was not Ruy Lopez. Just kidding. It actually was, but you'll have to research that. And then they named a lot of openings after places, like the Berlin defense of the Ruy Lopez is named after Berlin. What a surprise. And then the really bad openings, they named after animals, like the orangutan opening, which is opening with B4, which is way off on the side of the board. Or how about the lemming defense, where you're just throwing your knight off to the corner. It's against E4. Here, let me show you guys the lemming defense. It is so powerful. So powerful. Back to the board, play. How do I get a chessboard here? I'll play with a friend, and then I will be that friend. So I don't care which color I am. I'll definitely play a casual game. So my friend needs to visit this URL, which is me. So here we go. This is not the easiest way. Joining against myself. Good game. Okay, so E4, and now here's myself over here. Oh, he played E4. Good move. So the lemon defense is knight A6. Does that look powerful or what? That is amazing. It's like black is unstoppable after this. If you look this up, you'll see an amazing win rate with black, like 80% wins. That's because nobody in their right mind plays it. So you know why. So what happens? White takes this knight thinking, oh, look, I can double up his pawns. Black captures over here. And now black gets a free fianchetto. He's able to move his bishop out, not waste a move. And he's got a bishop for a knight. He still has both bishops. White only has one bishop. So excellent opening. You guys should go play the lemon defense. So enough of that. Let's resign against myself. See if I can get any rating points. Black resigned. White is victorious. Yes, I'm so glad I'm white over here. I just got to win. So what you guys should do is click Teams, if you're on this website, which you should be, and then click All Teams. And then under Search, you should type TV. That's short for ChessWhiz TV. And there's ChessWhiz TV comes up. You should click this team and you should join it. Because once you've joined ChessWhiz TV, you can go over to the ChessWhiz TV forums. So you click that part, forums, create a new topic, episode 8, crazy openings. Post your crazy openings below. I'll start us off with the lemming defense, which is so awesome. Defense. Sorry, guys, I'm spelling this the way Americans do, which is a weird spelling for all you England people and European people, which spell it like this. But it's an S over here, so it's going to be an S. And then in order to post this, I have to checkmate black, which is that. So what you guys should do is come join this topic and give me crazy openings to play. You might get featured on stream. In fact, I will make an attempt to play every crazy opening people post within reason. So you should definitely come here and post your crazy openings. That's going to be pretty epic. And besides that, you get to join the ChessWiz TV team, which is the most awesome team because ChessWiz is a team leader. An average rating is pretty high, so you guys need to pull that down. All you people who are rated below 1546, come join because that's way too high. We need to pull that average down. Anything else to mention? Is there anything worth saying to the world? Anything at all? No. Thanks for watching, everybody. This has been ChessWiz TV. I'll see you guys Tuesday at it just depends on what your time zone is, but same time as this episode. So look at your watches because it's an hour ago from right now. And if you're watching the recorded version, you'll have to do the math. It's 3 p.m. GMT, so good luck. Take care.